And I was just, oh my gosh.
I want these.
I had some of these in black when I was like, I don't know, maybe 9th or 10th grade.
Well, I got a stand.
What are you eating?
Onion.
Why is it raw? Why are you eating the raw onion? Do you like it? We still have all those palettes because a parent fail. Well, I don't know if it's a parent fail so much, but we probably could have done a little bit of a better job. Today's video, I'm going to be doing some planning for the upcoming school year. We are going to do some school supply shopping. I'm going to share a really cool God story of just something that really is so cool that happened to us. And then I'm just going to be sharing random things here and there. So you're going to get a good mix of just everything from our normal day to what's been going on with us and prepping for the year ahead. Aren't these so pretty? They're from my mom's garden. She put them here the other day. Like, are these fake? She goes, no, they're from my garden. I just clipped a few. I think they're so pretty. They still look pretty good for a few days. Cool God story. I'm gonna make the girls breakfast while I share it with you. And there's a reason that I'm sharing this in my kitchen. I shared this on Instagram already, so if you follow me, you may have already seen this. But we had a small kitchen fire. Everybody, I guess that doesn't count as ASMR, right? When it's like annoying noise. Anyway, so we had a small kitchen fire. Thankfully, everybody was okay. We definitely need to work on our fire emergency skills, but that's another. Anyway, so the microwave itself is completely done for. The oven, it's just not working right. I can tell. I just don't feel comfortable using it. So we are going to have to upgrade or, replace the microwave in the oven. We said, you know what, since we have to do this, Home Depot has a home loan, home renovation loan. Let's apply for that. And while we're at it, let's upgrade our kitchen. These are actually really, I know they're from the 90s, but they're actually really decent cabinets. We got some cabinets last year. We found at Habitat for Humanity. They're literally the same exact style. They just weren't the same. They were more like a cherry, but they were the same exact style. So my husband stripped them, painted them. He just put a wood plank for the countertop for the meantime. And then we got new handles, and then we're going to do the same for here as well. So we were just going to paint and then just say, hey, let's get a new counter and a backsplash. This backsplash is just like wallpaper. It is awful. When we moved in here, the lady who lived here, sweet little old lady, I assume, I don't know, I never met her. She smoked inside, and so this wallpaper reeked of smoke, and we were like, well, so we started to pull the wallpaper off because we were like, let's get rid of some of this smoky smell, and then we realized, wait a second, we have to replace this with something. It was just a little bit putting the cart before the horse, and you can't put up a new backsplash. You could, but we didn't want to without replacing the countertop. We didn't think it'd be 5 years before we replaced it. So anyway, basically door after door after door was being closed for us. We were just like, okay, what's going on? Okay, I guess we're not going to renovate our kitchen. It just didn't work out. Nothing was working out. So my husband's like, you know what? Let's just go through insurance and let's see. Because we didn't even think, because the oven technically isn't burned, but we didn't think that they would even cover the cost of the oven. So we just said, let's see what they say. And so we had the insurance adjuster come out here, and part of the cabinet did get burned. You can see burn marks all along the front side here. And then there's smoke damage to the ceiling here, and then a little bit of smoke damage in our family room, which is the adjacent room. So we had the insurance adjuster come out. He's taking pictures, taking measurements, doing all these things, looking and taking pictures. And so he goes, okay, so this is what we're gonna do. He's like, we're going to place the microwave and the oven. We're also going to replace all these cabinets because they match. He's like, we're going to replace the countertop and a new backsplash. And we're going to paint the ceiling, paint the kitchen, and paint the inside of that room, make sure it's cleaned off, and any, prime it, paint it, get rid of it, and then clean out your ductwork because you know, the fumes have gone in there and the smoke and the ash and things like that. And I was just, oh my gosh, I was just in shock. Like I just could not believe my ears. I was in shock for all that day, all the next day. When I think about it, I just still can't believe it. I'm like, oh my goodness, like, thank you, God. We were praying. Oh, so we had just been praying and praying, like, please show us what direction you want. Like, obviously you've closed this door, and you know, we're obviously not going to be doing our own house renovation. Our kitchen will wait, and that's fine. We'll just keep saving and saving. And I was just shocked, humbled, blown away. We both were, and just, oh my gosh, I just can't believe it. And I don't know, I'm sure every single one of you can relate to, like, when unexpected financial things come up, and that's just kind of been our case for the past few years, quite honestly. And so this was just like such an unexpected blessing that we just feel so grateful for. And I don't know, I just keep coming back with the word, like, humbled. I feel like what did we do? We don't deserve this. We don't deserve this. Like, are you sure you got this right? So anyway, that is my cool story. I think just seeing how God's hand works, and, you know, something that was really scary and just potentially disastrous and just potentially heartbreaking and heart-wrenching. Thankfully, we were all okay. That's obviously the most important part. Nobody got hurt. There could have been much more damage done. So it's just funny how things can be unexpected blessings, things that seem like, oh my gosh, just another rainy day, another thing, and then it actually turns it into, you know, a beautiful day with a rainbow at the end. I'm really bad at analogies. I will kind of share the update of what that is going to be like, kind of as, I don't know how it'll go, but since there's going to be a major renovation to the kitchen, that's obviously going to affect our life for at least a month or so. So I'll just kind of share updates, and of course I'll share a before and an after, so all that fun stuff. Right now we're going to eat breakfast. I just made some frozen waffles with peanut butter and banana, and we're almost out of maple syrup, so I didn't make them the traditional way, but this way is a little bit healthier, has some more protein and fruit and things like that. So we're going to eat, and then we're going to get started with the day. Wow. Very good.
I should be on National Geographic.
You should be for that one. This is what my mom and the girls have been working on the past few days, this past week or so when I've been at work. But apparently we're missing a bunch of pieces from this puzzle and this one as well. But it's still fun now to put them together. And then my husband got the girls this one a little while ago. It's so cute. So they're having fun putting this one together too. Lola saw this one. Lola, what is it?
A baby Yoda.
But how do you say it?
Baby Yoda.
She's mesmerized. Do you want? Two. What color?
I want these. This
Red.
one.
Okay.
Those are
Oh,
cute.
55 cents. That's my kind of notebook. Do you remember what this is?
It's Japanese wood block art.
Very good. You got more than I just remember. This one was a famous painting when we learned about Japan. Good for you. I didn't know if anyone would remember.
It's so cute. Yeah, I don't. It's not so cute. Well, these are not bad. This size
You guys
3s
remember
are too
these?
big than size 2.
In case you're wondering if I have bought my child shoes in the last, I don't know, 3 years, yes, she has 2 other pairs of sneakers at home that fit just perfectly fine and comfortably in the store. But when we got them home and she wore them for 1 or 2 times, now they're uncomfortable. Not only is my tire dirty, but it's also a little flat, so I gotta pump it up for a bit. My tire was even flatter than I realized. Then I thought we needed to get a new one. So we have a few minutes while we're waiting for that, but we couldn't find everything we wanted there. So we're gonna head to Walmart. But if you have a Target near you, there's a 15% off teacher discount you have to sign up for online. You will have to do a verification. So if your state doesn't require that, you could just make a Word document or something that just says your homeschool name, and that should be fine. They should verify that. If you spend $25 or more, I had $5 off and then 15% on top of that. So I saved like $15 or something like that today, almost $15. So I thought that was pretty worth it.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch. Yeah, it looks so good.
Where is he?
Ooh, this is fun. I just want
They gave us so much sauce, goodness.
sauce. I want to try it on next time. It's tall.
I had some of these in black when I was like, I don't know, maybe 9th or 10th grade.
They don't look that good. No, Mom.
Pass.
I like these.
You like them?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me see. Oh my goodness. It's even the same brand, no boundaries.
So you had these exact same ones when you were...
I believe they were black.
Basically the same ones though?
Yes.
When you were a
Same
kid.
exact brand, everything. Seems like this Walmart has a lot more in stock and a lot more selection and variety than Target did. And the prices are a little better. I ended up getting this tub and then some shoes for myself. I thought that these are really cute, and they were marked $12 on clearance. They were originally $20, and so sure enough, they didn't ring up, so I had to go to customer service. But I thought that these are cute. Fun fact: I have pretty large feet. I wear a size 10. I've worn a size 10 since like 8th grade. I'm not terribly tall. I'm like 5'7", but I was not 5'7" at the time. I was like 5'2" with size 10 feet. So I was incredibly self-conscious about that. But now I'm just like, I don't care. Larissa ended up getting these. These are kind of cute, not bad. They're $11, so obviously they're not like stellar quality, but they'll be fine for now. And they were comfy with their memory foam. My shoes have that too, this like memory foam little cushiony little thing. Then lastly, Lexi ended up getting these little ballet shoes for school. All the sneakers were a bust. She couldn't find anything. Where do you find sneakers? Because I have the hardest time finding sneakers and shoes in general for my kids. Like, it's really hard. Anyway, these have the little memory foam too. So again, these probably aren't going to last all year. I think they were eight something. $8.98. So they probably won't last all year, but I think they'll work for now, and we'll see how it goes. Now I am going to plan for our school year. Larissa likes when I do a checklist for her subjects, so I'm going to finish that off. I think she started it, but she said she needed some help, so I'll help her with that. And then I'm going to do kind of a checklist for our morning basket and kind of our history and science. Before the last few years, I didn't do one of those because every subject I chose, we did every day. But this year, I'm switching it up a little bit, and we're doing certain subjects on certain days. So I figured it'd be easier if instead of just trying to remember, it'll take the guesswork out of it, and I'll just have it written down, and then I will laminate it. And we won't need to refer back to it all year, but at least in the beginning of the year, I think it will really help. So I'm going to try to get that done. I try to do a little bit of school planning kind of all throughout the summer. Like I'll work on the schoolroom for a little bit, and then one day we'll do supplies, and then another day I'll do like their science units, put those together. So not within the same week, but I kind of just spread it out so it's not like way overwhelming. I try to do just a little bit here and there, and so this is what I'm working on. You can do something 3 days a week in that meantime. So that will be, so whatever you want to do 3 days a week, whether it's typing in Spanish, do you want to do like, tell me which 3 days do you want to do something?
Well, I gotta do Spanish every day to keep my streak up.
Okay, so do you just want to do typing 3 days and then?
Yeah, I'll do typing 3 days.
Typing, and then what is it?
Night Zookeeper?
Yeah, Night Zookeeper. Pick out a pretty checklist, and then I'll type it all up for you, and you can have it for your school, okay?
Oh my gosh.
Lola,
What?
okay? Pick out a pretty checklist for you.
What are my checklists?
A llama checklist?
Actually,
That sounds fun.
all types of dog checklists.
A dog checklist?
Mm-hmm.
Look! And
I
look what
like
it
that.
has on it.
Dogs.
Look, what kind of dog?
A corgi.
A corgi?
And there's a poodle.
And a poodle, huh? That took so much longer than expected. I wasn't planning on making a whole list for Lola too, and it was very, very tedious, but it's going to be really, really cute. I'll show you that when I'm going to share a video of like how I plan and how I schedule down our days and all that. Like.
What? Because it's just so nice. Can I do that?
That's tricky.
Can I eat? Oh my!
So you gotta chop the garlic.
That is very interesting.
I know, huh? What are you eating?
Onion. What do you think?
Why is it raw? Why are you eating the raw onion? Do you like it?
I didn't know it was raw onion.
You didn't know it was raw onion? What did you think?
Well, I know it's raw onion, but I thought you were supposed to eat it raw.
You can. I just have never seen anyone bite into an onion and eat it like it was a potato chip. I'm making a beef stroganoff in the Instant Pot, and it calls for bone broth or beef broth. I don't have that. This is homemade bone broth. It looks a little funky because it was frozen and still partially frozen, so there's like ice crystals. But honestly, when you make your own bone broth from scratch, it's not really beautiful like you get it. I don't know if you would describe bone broth as beautiful anyway, but you know what I mean. It's not like it's clear and all that. It's just going to look a little bit more rugged. And then instead of the can of cream of mushroom, it calls for yogurt. So I like whole yogurt. I don't like the fat-free or low-fat or anything. We like whole yogurt. I'm going to add that in place of the mushroom soup. I'm not sure beef stroganoff ever looks super appetizing and appealing, but it actually, to me, looks pretty good. I think it turned out pretty well. I did have to add a little bit of flour just to thicken it up a little bit, but I think it'll be a good dinner.
Okay, I'm stealing it.
I was able to finish a good amount. Like I said, I wasn't able to do that or finish vacuuming upstairs. That's not a big deal. And then sometimes, do you do this? I don't know. I know I can't be the only one. If I do something that's not on my list, I will add it so that I just can cross it off. So I washed our blankets so I could add it, and then I was so satisfied to cross it off.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side, our fears are done.
So me and Lily are on a walk. The girls were gonna come, but they got grounded for a few days from riding their bikes because they just weren't paying attention and following bike safety rules. So it's just me and Lola right now on a walk. They didn't want to walk. They couldn't ride their bike. They're like, we'll skip. Speaking of which, parent fail. Well, I don't know if it's a parent fail so much, but we probably could have done a little bit of a better job. I realized this summer, Larissa and Lexi, who are 8 and 10, never learned how to ride a bike. I don't know why. I'm like, because they use scooters, and we just didn't I don't know, it like slipped our mind. I looked at my husband, I'm like, what are we doing? We have to teach kids how to ride a bike. So they learned how to do that this summer. So that was cute. I guess we should teach Lola now because she's 5, but she's content without her training wheels. Anyway, I think Friday night is usually like girl movie night where me and the girls watch a movie because my husband does like a Friday night Bible study type thing. And so anyway, I usually end up falling asleep like 10 times out of 10. And then so me and Larissa, I think, are gonna maybe put together the Good and the Beautiful science units. I think it'll keep me awake, and that'll be something. She really likes to help with it and cut things out. So I think that's what we might do later on tonight. Lola said it looks like a poodle looking up the cloud. Good imagination, Lily.
Even in the hard times,
I can see you still. Quick project update. I shared a video back in the spring how we were going to replace this was all blacktop, and replace it with brick. So my husband dug everything up, laid it, and then we always had that kind of going over there, but we were able to trench this in. Now we got a little baby garden going here. This is from a few years ago. Those grasses are exploding so big. So I think it's turned out really well so far. I really think he did a really good job, especially considering he's never done that before. This grass kind of died we had mulch here for a few days, and so it killed the grass. But in a few years, when these all get fuller, I think it'll turn out really well. And then we still have all those pallets because, like I said, there was just a bunch of random stuff that came up financially, and so he just hasn't had a chance to get this dug up and been able to replace it. But that is still on the list. But we're just, you know how it goes. House projects are always a lot longer than you think it's going to take, and a lot more expensive. No, because that's PG-13.
How do you copy the country bears? No, tall bells.
I don't know about you, but in our house, it seems to take just as long to find a movie that everybody agrees on than to actually watch a movie. We did find one, but we turned it off because it wasn't good for the kids. So this is what we decided on. We were able to get this unit done. I have everything sorted out. We were able to get everything cut out. I just have to make a few copies and then actually get it into the binder. So 1 down, 2 more to go for the year. I hope you enjoyed this video and getting a glimpse into what one of our summer days looks like. No 2 days ever look the same. And just to be an encouragement to you that if you still have a little bit of school prep and planning to do, just take your time with it, one thing at a time. It's very easy to get overwhelmed, especially if you have multiple kids or many things to do. One thing at a time, one item, one day at a time, and we will get it all done.